This is Mindfulness with Richard Clarke. I focus on mindfulness meditation. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about mindful breathing. The breath is a constant companion. Mindfulness meditation often begins with the breath, a simple yet powerful focus that grounds you in the present moment. Breath is a constant companion, always available to guide your attention back when the mind starts to wander. By paying attention to your breath, you develop a stronger sense of presence and awareness. Today, we'll review the basics of mindful breathing. It is worthwhile to review the basics, and for mindfulness, breath is basic. Breathing is something you do without thinking, but when you focus on it, you can tap a deeper state of calm. Breath connects the mind and body, and observing it helps you quiet your mental chatter. When you're stressed, your breathing tends to become shallow or rapid. By noticing this shift and consciously slowing and deepening your breath, you can ease tension and come back to a state of calm. Mindful breathing pulls you out of your head and brings you into your body and into the present moment, into the now. Most thoughts that stress us are about the past or future, but when you focus on breathing, you're rooted in the present moment. It's an anchor that helps you stay centered, even when life feels chaotic. To bring more awareness to your breath, try this simple exercise. Start by finding a comfortable seat. Close your eyes if it's comfortable, and bring your attention to your breath. Notice the feeling of the air moving in and out of your body. You don't need to change your breathing, just observe it as it is. If your mind starts to wander, just bring your attention back to the breath. With regular practice, mindful breathing becomes second nature, and you'll find yourself naturally turning to it in moments of stress or when you're overwhelmed. It's a practical tool you can use anytime, anywhere. By staying connected to your breath, you can maintain a sense of inner calm, no matter what life presents you with. And now we're going to do a guided meditation on breath awareness. Sit comfortably with your spine straight but relaxed. Gently close your eyes and take a moment to settle in. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air entering your nostrils, moving down into your lungs, and then gently leaving your body. Don't try to change your breathing, just notice it. As you continue to breathe, notice the rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Pay attention to the subtle sensations of the air as it moves in and out. If your mind wanders, it's okay. Simply bring it back to the breath. Now begin to deepen your breath. Breathe in slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale fully through your mouth. With each exhale, let go of any tension or stress you're holding in your body. And with this exhale through your mouth, empty your chest as you breathe out. Paying attention to empty your chest helps you deepen your breath. Take a moment now to notice how the simple act of paying attention to your breath has changed your state of mind. Do you feel calmer, more present? Continue to observe any shifts within. Now slowly bring your awareness back to the space around you. Feel your body sitting on the chair. Notice the sounds in the room and gently wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes and carry the calm and focus from this practice with you into the rest of the day. Whenever you need to reset, remember that your breath is always here to guide you back to the present. This meditation and its simplicity reminds you that mindfulness can be as basic as paying attention to your breath. This is something you can do right now or any time. Breath awareness is a powerful tool to help you stay connected and present throughout your daily life. So, Barley, how's your meditation been?
Well, I'm on mute.
Oh, now you're muted.
Oh, okay. I thought I had muted myself. I guess I hadn't. Well, I've been looking for those moments when I can drop into meditation more than finding a place to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm searching for those moments. So I've had a little success. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's still good to find it where you can. Are you
Yeah.
finding that there are these moments?
There are moments. Yeah. Sometimes they're not very long. I like this exercise about the breathing, because I was wondering if, like this morning, I was having my dreads tightened and I was sitting in a comfortable position, holding my hands, just in my lap. And I wasn't thinking about anything, but I was listening to the sounds around me. So when we just did this meditation, I thought, well, that's different than concentrating on your breathing. I was maybe paying too much attention to the sounds. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great idea to be listening to just focus in on the sounds. I mean, if we're giving that all your attention, then that's good. What do you think, Richard?
Uh, the It's good in that it gives you a focus and pulls your mind off of whatever you were thinking about. And so that's part of the relief in meditation. For me personally, I still get real benefit from paying attention to body feelings even more than sensations like sound or sight. And I can't explain why that is, but it's certainly something that I notice. So for me, if I'm listening to sound or other stuff, my mind is busy in a
Yeah.
way that's different than it is if I'm just sitting there uh, quietly, feeling. But anything you can do to get your mind out of the pattern of the thoughts that are stressors. So anything brings you relief. And, the idea of mindfulness is using sensory experiences to do that. And sound certainly are sensory experiences. For me, I just find there's a mental content of listening to sounds that I would prefer not to carry.
Well, at least I wasn't, planning a recipe or my grocery list.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's
no.
still, yeah. But if I would have combined it with this breathing technique, for instance, and then on the side, I heard the rooster, or the
You know,
car, or the work.
and I really encourage you to do what you're doing, to find ways
Mhm.
to use this. And when we start to look, there are a lot of ways. How about you, Carol?
I love being reminded of of breathing mindfully and concentrating on it. That's really very helpful.
Okay, good. I thought it might be, you might think it's kind of basic, but it is basic.
Well, yeah, and we've been for 30 years condemning that as too basic for us. But in fact, it's
No,
not at
no,
all too basic for me. It's perfect for me.
no. And remember, I've used mindfulness for a long time to just quiet myself down so I can do deeper meditation. So I use it
Right,
also as kind of a gateway.
right. Okay. Yeah.
Doing martial arts for like 5 years. We always went back to Unit 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Unit one is good. Okay. So now we have a video. This one is a little different than our usual videos. This is more like a uh, old-time Buddhist story instead of these more modern kind of Zen stories that we're hearing. but this breathing meditation came from the Buddha, and so I thought it could be worthwhile to listen to something with that kind of framework. Come on. There it is.
Friends, if an act is done without understanding or against the will, then the act becomes a burden to us. But an intelligent person makes difficult tasks easier. Today I'll tell you a story that if you listen to and understand properly, you can make any difficult task easy. One day, the emperor was informed by his minister about a renowned philosopher named Lao-Tzu residing in his kingdom. The minister praised Lao-Tzu's exceptional wisdom and insight, claiming that every word he spoke held the key to the truth of life. According to the minister, no one in the world could match Lao-Tzu's intellectual prowess. Hearing this, the emperor thought to himself that he must see this great person once. The emperor set out the next morning to meet Lao-Tzu. Lao-Tzu lived in a small cottage at the foot of a hill on the last frontier of the empire. Lao-Tzu's cottage was far away from the emperor's palace. All the people whom the emperor asked on the way spoke highly of Lao-Tzu. Hearing this, the emperor thought that this person must be very intelligent, educated, and influential. In the evening, when the emperor reached the cottage of Lao-Tzu, he saw a laborer working in the garden in front of the cottage. There is dirt all over his body. The emperor asked him, "Where is Lao-Tzu? I have come to meet him." The man then said to the emperor, "You go in and sit down. I am sending Lao-Tzu." As the man said, the emperor waited inside. After a while, Lao-Tzu came in front of the emperor and bowed with folded hands. The emperor was shocked to see him. He said, "You are the man I saw a while ago working in the garden in front of the cottage." Lao-Tzu humbly said, "Excuse me, Emperor. I was busy with a small task. You tell me the reason for your visit." The emperor said, "I have heard that there is no other person as wonderful as you in my kingdom. So I have come to meet you. I have come to realize self-knowledge. But you will forgive me. I can see neither a scripture nor a book or anything with you, but you seem impossibly cool. Will you tell me something about it?" Lao-Tzu said, "The right time for this conversation is early morning. You will reach here before sunrise tomorrow." That night the emperor could not sleep. He wondered what Lao-Tzu would say. The next day when he reached Lao-Tzu's place, he saw Lao-Tzu standing in the garden. On seeing the emperor, Lao-Tzu said to him, "Now you pour water slowly on these trees. There are 15 trees here. Water each tree slowly. But remember that you do not do anything else while watering the trees. Do not think about anything else. Let your mind be only on those plants and the water. And if any thought comes to your mind, stop immediately and water the plants again from the beginning. You will come to me when all the plants have been watered. This is the first time that the emperor got such a job. The emperor slowly watered the first tree as told by Lhasa. Then he gave water to the second tree. But as soon as he went to water the third plant, he remembered his own garden. The emperor was a very intelligent person. He knew that a philosopher like Lhasa would understand his state of mind. So if he tricked, Lhasa would catch it right. So he again started watering from the first tree as told by Lhasa. As he began to water the second plant, he remembered the river. The emperor was very upset. He went again to water the first tree. The more he tried, the more other thoughts came to his mind. He could not reach his goal at all. Morning turned to evening, but still the emperor could not reach the last tree. Finally, the emperor sat down, tired. Then Lhasa went to the emperor and said, I am very pleased with your faithfulness. So I'll tell you something. When our mind is completely free from thought, we can know the true nature of the mind. And then any small task or difficult task will bring us infinite knowledge and peace. The emperor said, How is that possible? Whenever we do something, we have some thought in our mind. Then Lhasa replied, You were not watering the trees. You were trying to finish your work as soon as possible. You wanted to finish watering the trees as soon as possible and talk to me. So that work became your burden. And that is why you could not even feel the moment. If you were aware of the importance of the moment or valued the time, you would have thought of that tree and the water, and then no other thought would enter your mind. The emperor said, I understand everything, but it is impossible to be stuck in that moment. Do I have to meditate alone? Lhasa said, Peaceful mind is with us from the beginning. We don't need to go to a hermitage or a forest for this. First of all, focus on your breath. Then you will understand that peace is connected with our breath. So do whatever you do with your breath. Pay attention to your breath. While working, eating, walking, talking, sitting, in every step of life, pay attention to your breath. Whenever you can do this, you can bring your distracted mind to one place, and only then can you concentrate. And whenever you do something with concentration, your mind, your body, and your brain all become one and do one thing. And as a result, no other thought takes place in our mind. Then the doer and the action become one, and then we attain self-knowledge. Our breath is very mysterious. Neither does it move with the past, nor does it move with the future. It moves only with the present. So, when we focus on our breath, we also let go of our past or future and live in the present. And whenever we live in the present, no other thought will come to our mind, because the thoughts in our mind come from our past and future. Then the emperor said, How can I do two kinds of work at the same time? Either I concentrate on my breath or I can concentrate on work. If I concentrate on breathing, my work will not be finished. And if I concentrate on work, then I can't concentrate on my breath. Wouldn't it be better if I put my full attention on my work instead of breathing? Then Latsu said, a while ago when you were watering the trees, other thoughts kept coming into your mind. So how did you concentrate fully on your work? One must develop the habit of concentrating on the breath. We cannot work all the time, but our breath goes on all the time. So we have to focus on the breath. Once the mind is concentrated, no other thoughts come into the mind. And then your mind can do whatever you want for, as long as you want to do it. Then the task is no longer a burden. But to do this, you have to go against the world. In the world, there is competition between every human being. Everyone wants to get ahead of others and wants to finish his work quickly, and that's why he makes that work his burden. You learn to live in the moment. Friends, a thought-free mind is the culmination of meditation, and if we learn to live in the present, our minds will be free from worry. And now, a proper method to live in the present is to concentrate one's breath, and through this, we can stay present and focus on our work. Comment how you liked today's video. Thank you very much.
And now we'll take a few minutes to meditate for ourselves. Mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. All right. And I'll close with a chant. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. All right. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next week, and have good meditation, and continue to make use of these mindful moments. That's very good. You want deeper meditation, more peace, more happiness. Subscribe now to continue to find ways to get more from your meditation.